Hey folks, wanted to get a stream going here since we have an active tornado warning in southern Ochiltree County. Thank you. We're going to stick with this for a few minutes. Thankfully, this tornado warned storm is pretty much out in open country. It did come south of Perryton. What you're looking at there on the left-hand side of your screen is the reflectivity, or the rainfall and the hail. And where we see that red box there, let me just go ahead and zoom in on it a little bit. That is the tornado warned storm. There's actually two cells of concern. Right in the middle of your picture, that's the tornado warned storm. In addition to a possible tornado, there is some large hail with that, probably 1.25 inches to maybe even 1 3/4 inches or close to 2-inch hail. We've had some suggestions of tennis ball size hail. We did get video out of Perryton with ping pong ball size hail that did do some damage. So this storm is continuing now that it's well south of Perryton to cause trouble, but thankfully again it's out in open country. We have a tornado warning for southern Ochiltree County. It does not include Roberts County at this moment. That will possibly change here in the next 5 to 10 minutes as the Weather Service will be tracking that storm and give us an update as to whether or not they need that tornado warning to go a little further southward. The other cell that I want to make note of is over Waka right now on Highway 15. And let me pause this. And I may go to the other computer in just a second, but just to give you an idea, that dark purple, that is possibly tennis ball to maybe even a couple of baseball size hailstones in that cell right now. Let me do a little on the fly analysis. Yeah, see, we've got DBZs there over 75, so that is potentially very, very large hail. We're getting some reports. Yeah, what time? Oh, 47 you said? 57, okay. This is going to be a little chaotic on the stream because we have to go on TV in a minute as well. So we'll just kind of jump back and forth, but stay with us. The checking with the tornado warning, the National Weather Service chat. Yeah, that Waka storm, again, crossing the highway there, that's possibly tennis ball size hail or larger. I think there's certainly a possibility of some larger storms there. But that one is also trying to rotate now too. It's very broad rotation. But on the left, this is the Doppler radar rotation where you have green going toward the radar, red going away from the radar. And we especially want to keep an eye right here. That's the most likely rotation spot for that particular storm. So again, we've got two, the tornado warned storm, and then the one that just came across the highway, Highway 15. The tornado warned storm now showing some pretty heavy DBZs as well. This is large hail, folks. Again, thankfully it is out over in open country, but it is really coming down. I'm going to switch over to Max for a few minutes. That's our other computer system since the mapping software is a little better. In fact, I'm just going to do it without the camera, and then you can get a bigger side. So, two cells, one with a tornado warning. That's the red box. So it is now in between. Let me go in and show you. It is in between Highway 70 and Highway 83 south of Wolf Creek Park. The southern end of that that warning, that polygon, the red, is the southern part of Ochiltree County. We're watching the Weather Service to see if they're going to extend that. We're going to go on TV here in just a minute or two. And then here's our other storm. That one, I am sure, did some damage to some cars if anybody was on 15 in between Waka or in between Spearman and Perryton. That one, thankfully, will go out in open country as well, just to the west of our first storm. Elsewhere around the Panhandle, things got pretty quiet except for our two main storms. We had quite a bit of activity in the southeastern portion of the region. You can see that has now moved on. I-27 corridor looks okay. A couple of weak showers coming across the Texas-New Mexico border and falling apart, quite frankly, as they do in and around Vega, west of Vega and in and around the Interstate 40 corridor. Okay, the Weather Service is now saying baseball size hail likely in Waka. All right, so I'm going to pause on the stream for just a minute and get ready for some TV. And we'll just do a quick hit on TV just during the commercial break. And talk.
So a lot of people are asking if this is going to hit near Amarillo.
This will not. This question was, is this going to hit near Amarillo? No, you can see here that these are developing almost due south, pretty close to due south. There is nothing that would suggest that they would take a southwesterly track and move toward Amarillo. And so Amarillo should be pretty quiet for the rest of the night. Okay, on the stream, I'm going to pause for a minute and go over and get ready to do some TV.
Hey, Kevin, let's go over shot, please.
Yep. Oops, need that thing. Nope. Okay, so we're going to stay on that.
We got less than a minute.
How long is this break, do we know?
This one is, look,
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
this one's 225.
Thank you.
Stand by.
Well, good evening once again. Want to get you a quick break here, or during the commercial break, a quick update on our tornado-warned storm. We're not going to stay continuous because it is out in open country right now, but we're watching it very carefully and watching what it is heading toward, and we'll keep you posted on that. So I'm going to have to step out because I'm not getting video again to the monitors, if you can tell him, not the prompter and the side monitors. I need video there. What we're talking about is that cell that is right in the middle of your picture, inside the red box. That is a tornado-warned storm for southern Ochiltree County. Officially, the warning goes for about another 15 minutes until 9:15, and the Weather Service will, thank you, the Weather Service will inform us here in the next couple of minutes if they're going to extend that into Roberts County. At this moment, they have not made that decision, but this has got some large hail, possibly to well, ping pong ball size hail, and it has a history of producing ping pong ball size hail in Perryton. Now it is rotating enough that the Weather Service has said that, yeah, we need to put out a tornado warning on this. I would prefer that you not travel in between Perryton or southward on Highway 83, even though it's going to move just south of that corridor. Still some hail possible there. The other storm that we were watching that probably has some baseball size hail in it at this point has just crossed Highway 50 around Waka, just to the, well, near and west of Farnsworth, but now that's going south of the highway in Waka. There's the Ochiltree County border right there. So that one's going to continue to develop southward again in open country. Very large hail there. We've got tornado warning, southern Ochiltree County. If we need to break in continuously, we will. Otherwise, we'll be back during the next break. What's happening that we're losing those?
Well, no, that is just Andrew putting it in program for you. It went through OBS. They're just.
Okay. Yeah, just to not have anything is kind
Yes,
of a bummer.
Well, what should we get for the future ones?
Yeah, we'll take the next break, and then we'll continue. We'll continue on the stream.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Next break is at 8:08.
Thank you. We'll take that,
Yep.
please.
Okay, tell them we're going to take break.
Okay, for those joining us on the stream, let me see what I want to do here. Checking the Weather Service chat. Stick with me for just a minute and I'll catch up to you here, folks. New report on this from the National Weather Service chat for the Waka, the Ochiltree County Waka storm. Train spotter reporting tennis ball size hail. That's 2.5-inch hail. We already saw some damage in Perryton from ping pong ball size hail. Thankfully, that storm has moved south of 10. Thank you. That storm has moved south of Highway 15 and south of Waka. It will likely not, no, not at this point. At this point, it will not affect Spearman, at least with the hail. There could be a little bit of rain there, heavy rain, in the next 15, 20 minutes. But again, this is going to be right along the southwestern border of Ochiltree County, heading toward Roberts County. So both storms, obviously, very dangerous. The orange boxes are severe thunderstorm warnings, and then again, that red box is the tornado warning. So from Roberts County, let me move over and see if we can see what's coming next as far as a track. Okay. Once we get into Roberts County, the next thing that would be in line is Miami. And I'm going to do a little distance measurement for you here. Miami to the edge of that storm is about 25, almost 30 miles. So that's still well over a half hour more, probably more than 45 minutes away from Miami. At this moment, I can't see it affecting Canadian. So that's good news there. We'll continue to watch that, obviously. But I think it's going to be largely out in open country in and around and north of Miami. Our other storm, with the hail coming south of Waka, let me draw a couple things on here just to get your bearings. This is the southwestern corner of Ochiltree County and Roberts County to the south there. Now, some good news on that storm cell. Let me draw another line on here for you. Kind of doing our analysis in real time and paying attention to the Weather Service as well. Let me stop it. If you watch this part right here, you'll see that it had some black in there. That's where we were looking at the 2.5-inch possible baseball size hail. So right there. So good news, if we can try and find some, is that maybe the hail the larger hail has fallen out or falling out right now, and things will weaken a little bit. But there's also something to consider ahead of these storms, that these areas have not gotten any rain. A lot of times the rain or previous storms will weaken or stabilize the atmosphere a little bit. There's nothing to stop these right now. So as they move toward the northern part of Roberts County, I think that there's probably every reason to think that they will continue to produce some large hail. And let me run it in motion for you, and you can get an idea. The rightmost storm's going to stay west of 83 and then east of 70. The leftmost storm will stay west of 70. So the highway, not too bad at this moment. Spearman, again, you should not have trouble with this. Okay, that is off our Mac system. Just for something else to look at, we're going to switch over to our radar scope product. That way you can get an idea of the rotation as well. Apologize for my voice. I think it's allergies, but it's been going for weeks. And if you have allergies, you know what I'm talking about. There's a report from the Weather Service. They've canceled a severe thunderstorm warning for Hansford County. And then they're going to continue the severe thunderstorm warning for Ochiltree County. So it's getting pretty close to the county border. Let's zoom in and see if we can see our rotation on that storm. I think that they will probably, and I'll check with them in a moment. I think, oh, and there's a new T-storm warning coming as well. Okay, so here's the setup here. I think, based on the rotation signature or lack thereof, that's the display on the right, we've got a fair amount of red but not a lot of green to match it. So I'm guessing within the next 10 minutes or less, they will, if it's 10 minutes, they will allow the tornado warning to expire, or they might cancel it, especially given that it's out in open country. So I do not at this moment see the tornado warning going out for Roberts County, which is good news there. Now, they have issued a new severe thunderstorm warning that extends to the southern portion of southwestern portion of Ochiltree County. And as that one goes towards Roberts County as well, they are not including Spearman or Hutchinson County. So let me draw and give you an idea where we are here. That's the new severe thunderstorm warning. And we're going to stop that and read the text of that warning. This one was just issued a few moments ago, just 2 minutes ago at 9:04. Severe thunderstorm warning remaining in effect until 9:30, and that's southwestern Ochiltree County. 6 miles, at the time of the issuance, was located 6 miles southeast of Waka. Golf ball size hail at least, and 60 mile an hour wind gusts at least. That can obviously cause some damage to structures, take down a good bit of branches and leaves from some trees. I'm sorry, Brady, say it. 1? 4 minutes. Okay, thank you. Well, that'll be good. That'll take us right to, I think we can, I'm guessing they're going to cancel that tornado warning. There's also been some discussion of flooding, and the Weather Service, okay, here's good, but well, we've expired the tornado warning for Ochiltree. Let's still go on TV, and we'll tell people that.
Cool.
We also got some flooding information. Flood advisory, as the rain rates are pretty high. Storm should only last 30 to 60 minutes and limit any training over the advisory area. So they're also concerned, obviously, about some flooding. We've got, obviously, some heavy downpours with these storms. So once again, good news. Now, we'll probably stick with this for a minute or two here on the stream, but the good news is that the tornado warning has been expired, has been allowed to be canceled a few minutes early for our main cell. That's the cell on the right. Let me circle it for you right there. It is still producing some large hail. Both of them are. I wonder if there's any trend. Let me run this in motion. People will often ask, what happens if they come together? And does it make some, giant superstorm? Typically not. One will disrupt the other before you get some sort of mega storm out of one or both of them. So they are kind of trying to get a little bit closer together there. I think that the one on the left is probably overtaking the one on the right a little bit, which is good news because that would further disrupt the mesocyclone, the rotation in that storm that prompted the tornado warning, which again has been allowed to expire. We'll take a little tour around the area. A couple people have asked for Amarillo. What about storms there? Nope. We've got some scattered showers that are south of 40 that are weakening as they come in. You can see that's south of Adrian. There's one little cell that maybe has gotten some heavy rain, but not severe at this point. And it's about to hit a little Allensville boundary. 2 minutes? Thank you. We're getting some time cues here. We're going to go on TV for just a moment or two to kind of clear that one warning. In fact, as we get ready for that, well, let me look closer at the rotation here. Yep, I thought that westernmost cell, the left cell, it showed some signs of wanting to rotate as well, which seemed logical since the first one did, but that has weakened a little bit. Okay, so let's go back to Max and weather wall. Is that what we want? Yeah. And I'm going to show this on TV just quickly. How long is this break? Do we know?
This one's going to be 2:40.
Okay. Oops. I don't think I'll use the whole thing. Okay, really actually very good news on our tornado warning storm. Not only has the warning been allowed to expire, but it is finally, come back here, it is finally starting to weaken a little bit. Thank you. All right, for folks on the stream, we're going to go on channel 10 for a moment or two, clear out this warning.
15. 10 seconds. Stand by.
Well, good evening once again. Quick update on our tornado warned storm. Some good news, actually two pieces of good news on that particular cell, which is this one. The red box here was the tornado warning polygon that went to the southern portion of Ochiltree County. It was scheduled to be in effect until 9:15. In fact, once we get off TV, you may still see tornado warning and the little bug on the corner of your screen. But this tornado warning has been allowed to expire from the National Weather Service because the storm has weakened. You see the amount of purple in there. In the last couple of frames, it kind of decreases, which is something that we've been waiting for quite some time. So the tornado warning went to the southern border of the county. At this point, it will not be issued or reissued for Roberts County. That said, the northern part of Roberts County, you are still under a severe thunderstorm warning for the possibility of large hail. So this thing is scraping along right along Highway 83. On the current track, it shouldn't get to Canadian. These have been a little tricky the past couple of days, last week or so, in that they maybe sometimes are a little bit erratic on development, but the weakening sign is good for Canadian. I'll obviously watch you and let you know if you have anything to worry about. We're also streaming, by the way, online. This severe thunderstorm has weakened a little bit. Still, it did produce 2.5-inch hail. That was measured tennis ball size hail around Waka as it went over Highway 15. Now the southwestern portion of the county, that warning goes right to the end of the county. So at this point, that one has not been extended to that part of Roberts County. But the strong large hail is still a possibility. It has shown some signs of wanting to rotate a little bit, not real well organized at this moment. If that changes, of course, we'll jump back on and let you know. So we'll go back to programming. If we need to, at the next commercial break, we'll give you an update. But at this point, I'm not planning on it since, once again, the tornado warning for the southern portion of Ochiltree County has been allowed to expire just a couple of minutes early. We'll continue streaming online, Facebook, and our online properties. So thank you for staying with us, and we'll continue to keep you posted and, of course, have a full update on the news coming up at 10. All right. Pesky little buggers. All right, so for the stream, I think we're going to stand down. Let me take a look at a couple of things here first. Does anybody want to look and see if there's any questions on the stream or on the Facebook that we can answer?
Nothing within the past few minutes, no.
Okay. All right, so
Nothing in the weather chat either.
great. For folks on the stream, here's what we're looking at. This is our tornado warned storm, which is no longer able to produce tornado. It will go near and probably mainly west, if it even holds together, of Canadian. So Canadian, we're going to let you know if it strengthens again. At this point, I don't see that happening, given how far down it's come or how much it has weakened, but we'll keep you posted. But let's not travel northwest on 83 up toward Perryton, because that storm still has the potential for some hail. Yes, sir?
Somebody did ask if you think this will get to I-40.
At this moment, I would say no. The question was, would it get to I-40? At this moment, I'm going to say no, because that first cell has hit some more stable air, and that's what's causing it to weaken. I really think this other one will probably do the same thing. There's some evidence of that on the latest picture as well. So we have no more tornado warning, and there it expired because it's 9:15. So we continue, let me just double check, northern Roberts County, and then just northwest of Canadian, that's going to be Hemphill County. Let me get an expiration time. That severe thunderstorm warning, the orange box, is in effect until 9:30. So you got 15 more minutes on that, and we'll see if it's reissued. At this moment, based on that trend, I don't think that it would. Then for the northwestern corner of Roberts County, now we're going to talk about, let me get back to this. We're talking about that storm. That one produced some tennis ball size hail, 2.5 inches right on the highway, 15 near Waka and near Farnsworth as well. So that one may prompt a new warning for Roberts County. Keep an eye, if you turn on your television on Channel 10, for that warning to be updated there. So at this moment, we thank you for sticking with us. Since we're out in open country, no more tornado warning, we're going to end the stream. And if we need to come back, we will. Thank you so much for being with us.